Hey guys, today we're going to be learning about how to find the midpoint between 2 points that they actually give you. So there is a formula for that, and it's a very easy one. So when I'm looking for the midpoint, it's just what it sounds like, the middle point between two other points. So if I drew it out, and let's say I have a y-axis and x-axis, and then I have a line going through it, actually a line segment. And I have 2 points, the two endpoints here. And I wanted to find out what is in the middle or between those 2 points. That's what the midpoint would be. So for instance, I could estimate where it would be. So maybe I might say, oh, it looks like oops, it's not letting me write. I could say maybe it looks like it's about right here. That might look like the midpoint, but there's a way to exactly find it based on my two endpoints right here. And it's a formula. So the formula is to take your points and add the two x coordinates together and divide by 2. Because if you take an average, you're finding the middle. So like if your grades on two tests, one was an 80, one was a 90, if I added them together and then divided by 2, then I would get what you'd get on your report card. So an 80 and a 90 added together is 170, divided by 2 is 85. And I did halfway. Same thing with points. So I add my x coordinates and then divide by 2, and then I add my y coordinates together, divide by 2. So let's do an example here. So let's say for my example 1, I have the points 2, -3, and 6, 12. All right, so if I follow my formula says to find the x coordinate, I add the two x's together and divide by 2. So I would be doing 2 plus 6 and then divide it by 2. Hey, if you're going to use the calculator to do that, you have to do 2 plus 6, hit enter, and then divide by 2. Otherwise, your calculator is just going to do 6 divided by 2 and not have the initial 2 added in there first. So you got to be careful with that. So let's see what we get. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 gives me 4. So right now I know my midpoint is 4 something. And now I've got to do the y values. So to do the y values, I add the y coordinates together. So let's see what that looks like. And it's a comma in between because I'm finding a point. Here's my first y, -3, plus here's my second y, 12. And then I'm going to divide by 2 and see what I get. So -3 plus 12 is going to give me what? 9 divided by 2. And sometimes when you get up past a certain point, like in the 80%, you're going to get a few decimals in there. So 4.5. So actually this midpoint might be over 4, up 4.5. All right, let's try another one. So let's say I have, let's do more negatives in this one. Example 2. Let's say I have -3 and -5. And my other point, let's also do negatives. -6 and let's do 3. So to find the midpoint, I'm going to add the x's together. So here are my x's. Let's do them in red this time. So I've got -3 plus -6. I'd add them together and divide by 2. And then I do my y values. So there's a y value, there's a y coordinate. So I've got -5 plus -3. Watch your negatives there. Divide by 2. So now let's see what we're going to end up with here. -3 plus -6 is -9. Divided by 2 gives me what? -4.5. You can do that on your calculator if you want. -5 plus -3 is -8. Divided by 2 gives me -4. And there's my midpoint. And that's all you have to do. All right, so up above, I'm pretty sure I typed in what the IXL is that you're going to do. You can use the calculators and have a good day. Be good, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.